Any person who alters, forges, knowingly destroys, knowingly mutilates, or in any manner changes this certificate may be fined not to exceed $10,000 or imprisoned for not more than 5 years, or both.
Hi, I'm Spencer Shunk.
And I'm Brad Fraser.
And this is Old Movies for Young People.
Today, we're talking about Hair from 1979, directed by Milos Forman, fabulous director. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Valmont, many movies, look him up. Based on the very, very influential stage show, Hair, by Gerome, Ragni, James Rado, and Galt McDermott. This show ran on Broadway and was a sensation in the late 60s. It featured nudity, it featured protest songs, it featured all kinds of things they'd never seen on the Broadway stage before, including hippies. But the thing is, Hair doesn't really have a plot. Hair is a celebration of a 60s counterculture and a protest against the draft, which was a very big part of what was going on in America at the time with the Vietnam War.
But then the movie's made 10 years later. We don't have the draft anymore, but we do have a new writer who strings together a sort of plot for this film that actually works pretty well and works in most of the original musical numbers from the show.
The movie is choreographed by Twyla Tharp, which is an absolute dream. The plot involves John Savage playing Claude Bukowski, who leaves the Midwest and comes to New York because he has 2 days before he has to register to go into the Army.
Spare some change? Spare some change? Change, you know, like nickels, dimes, quarters.
You want me to give you some money?
Right.
Why?
Why? Well, no reason, man, except like she's pregnant and we haven't eaten for 2 days.
The leader of the hippies, whose name is Berger, is played by Treat Williams.
Who is a treat, Williams. Oh my goodness.
And then we also have Beverly D'Angelo as Sheila, who's the upper-class, high society, beautiful, rich girl who
Claude falls in love with.
Yes. Yeah. They crash her, is it a birthday party or engagement
I think
party?
it's a coming out party.
Coming out party full of rich white people.
Wait a minute, this is what you want. So Sheila, is that okay with you? Is it okay if Claude just sits here and looks at you for a few minutes before we go?
And they all get thrown out and eventually arrested.
You've got a hell of a nerve, young man.
Okay, so the one thing I guess that doesn't really have a parallel for my generation that I didn't really get was the subject of the title itself, hair. Hair was an absolutely huge thing in 60s culture, whether you had long hair or whether you had short hair. I guess to other people determined who you were more than anything else you could say or do.
Families broke up over sons refusing to cut their hair. Sadly, the only part of the movie that doesn't really work for me is the title song Hair, which is intercut with Treat Williams trying to bail his friends out of jail, and then shots of just people with hair, people with long hair holding it in the wind or blowing it or hanging off of fire escapes with their hair flying around, and it's really weird and kind of creepy. The good thing about the song is there's a scene right in the middle of it where Treat Williams go to his very uptight New York parents to try to get money to bail his friends out of jail.
What are you talking about? There's no girl. I need some money.
You need that money. Tell us the truth.
What are you talking about? Tell you the truth.
God damn it, every time you come home, there's trouble. Why don't you clean yourself up a little bit? Why don't you get a haircut? Get a haircut, and I'll give you the money. You don't even have to pay me
You
back.
give me the money if I get a haircut?
For Christ's sake, do something to make us happy.
You give me the money if I cut my hair?
No.
Give me $500.
Give me your pants.
My pants are clean.
Give me your pants.
Why? They're clean, for Christ's sake.
There are also a lot of very hallucinogenic and crazy sequences in it. There's a drug trip in Central Park on the Grand Lawn while a concert is going on that feels just like if you did acid in Central Park on the Grand Lawn in 1969. John Savage has to go to war.
So he ends up going out west to boot camp where he's in training.
In Nevada.
In Nevada.
And then in the end, when the hippies decide that Berger is going to replace John Savage's character in training for the day, in order for John Savage to see Beverly D'Angelo, who's come along for the ride. Things go wrong, and it all ends very tragically.
How is Sheila? How is she? What are you doing? What are you doing?
The movie spawned all kinds of hit songs. There's The Age of Aquarius, which was recorded by the Fifth Dimension. There's the song Hair, which was recorded by the Cowsills. There's Good Morning Starshine, which was recorded by Oliver in England, who was a boy singer. And Easy to Be Hard, which Three Dog Night had a huge hit with.
Do you think this movie could be made today?
Would it be remade? I think maybe for the music.
Yeah, for the music I could see, and in its treatment of certain themes, like its treatment of race.
Go, white boy, are so lovely, beautiful as girls. Love to run my fingers and toast to all their curls.
Colored spade, a nigger, a black nigger, a jungle bunny, jigger, boo, coon, pick on any mouth.
You don't think HUD's song would piss off liberals simply for him saying that the words that he's saying, and also piss off conservatives because it's an angry black man being angry towards a white person?
Yeah, but
you don't think everybody would object to that?
I don't see anything wrong with pissing either of those.
No, I would love it, but they wouldn't make the movie because they wouldn't want to piss everybody off. The first time I saw it, I didn't love it. I wasn't totally sold. It actually took me 2, maybe 3 viewings where mostly focused on the musical numbers, and I think maybe the reason I didn't quite get it the first time is there's so much depth in those numbers. They're great lyrics, great choreography, and also very quick editing, but all like the choices are very clear, and it's actually kind of a masterclass in editing. Would I recommend this to someone in my generation? Yes. Would it have validity in a new context? And I would say yes.
So Hair, I love it. See it again. Then see it one more time, then decide if you like it. We'll see you next time on Old Movies for Young People.
Where do I go? Follow the river. Where do I go? Follow the gulls. Where is the something? Where is the someone that tells me why I live and die? Where do I go?